This is a how-to for my Twitter X text formatter. I made this for myself. This is my website. Others are free to use it. And in this video, I'll show you how. Okay, I'm going to go first to the standard version. And this is just an input box that you can type a tweet in or paste. And the purpose of this is to take a long-form tweet or a long-form post, whatever you want to call it, and split it up into individual numbered tweets. So one way to do that is just to come to this interface and type from scratch. And you're going to see here when I type, bridge. Okay, let's just type a sentence here. You'll see when I type, it automatically creates another box. So I come down here and add something else to this box. Here is the second box. And you'll just see over and over every time I do it. And here is the third. Okay, so you can type. I'm not going to type a full block of text. But when you make your tweets, that's what you're going to do. Obviously, you're going to type more than just one sentence. And then we just hit the Post Tweets button, and we have some individual numbered tweets that we can paste onto Twitter. Now, the standard, this is useful if you are going to just type from scratch. The standard form is one that you might use. You can also do a copy and paste on the standard form. And I'll show you right here how this works. As I've got a sample long form tweet that I typed. And so here I'm just going to paste this, and you'll see that it automatically splits it up into individual tweets. And on the next page of these tweets will be numbered, and Twitter's character limit before it starts hiding text is 280 characters. The character limit for these for the tweet blocks on my form, as of now, it is 274 characters, and that's to leave room for the numbering that happens at the end. And the default mode, when this does this, it basically tries to cram as many words and line breaks as it can into each box without going over the limit. Okay, and so here you'll see here I've got this 150 parts per million. If I type this right here, you're going to see it's going to go over the limit. Okay, see that? It goes over the limit, so it puts it over here. And so the standard mode, just to copy and paste, will minimize the number of numbered tweets you have. And so here, I've got some individual numbered tweets. Looks like I've got 8 of them. Now, which by the way, these line breaks, if you didn't know this, they count as a character. If you use Twitter, you've used Twitter for a while. You probably noticed that a long time ago. You'll also notice how the blank blocks do not get counted. Okay, so any blocks that are blank just get skipped over, and you've got these. You can copy them to your clipboard and paste them as individual tweets. Okay, and so here I want to show you another alternative that you can use, and for this I recommend the one extra block. And what you can do is, instead of minimizing the number of tweets, you can manually edit to make each individual block of text kind of like a standalone block of text. So I'm going to paste this here. Whoa! I forgot I copied this 150 parts per million thing. Okay, and wait a minute, what am I on here? We got one extra block. Okay, and you'll see here the meaning of this one extra block is it adds an extra block in between each block of text. Okay, so when I paste this, we've got an extra block, and that is for you or me or whoever uses this to be able to break their tweets up into individual tweets that may be less than the character limit and quite a bit less, but that are more self-contained. Okay, and I'll explain what I mean here as I go along this. The basic idea is this is going to be my first block of text if I just hit submit. and this block of text does not stand on its own because it's got this they give, and so this is like continued on, down to this block of text. And so somebody that just sees this, they're going to be missing something from this tweet because they don't know what they give works to or refers to. And then go down here. Say that somebody only sees this block. Okay, this is what the algorithm puts in their feed. This doesn't make sense to them. They don't have the beginning of this sentence. They don't have the rest of this. And so the way that these are split up now requires you to read the whole thing in order to get the context of any individual tweet. So what we're going to do is we're going to split this into individual kind of self-contained blocks of information that stand on their own. Which this is something that I like to do with my tweets. I like them to be formatted to be a lot of value to the people that are reading them. So here I say I think the data point on his graph may be right. It's still propaganda. The people who use this graph try to argue that we've got a downward spiral of the CO2 level in the atmosphere that's trending towards a calamitous low where plants cannot survive. So the first thing I want to do, that kind of stands alone on its own. So I'm going to take this part and put it in its own tweet. Okay. I'll put this up here. Okay. So now this is much more self-contained. Okay, that you get some information here that you don't really have to have a lot of context outside of what you're given to walk away with something meaningful from this. Okay, let's get this up here. Put this there. So this is 156 characters. This is 274. Okay, so I think I'm going to take this and put this into one block here. Okay, so this is not going to fit. $270. Let's see what we got here. 79. It's 270. So we'll leave that on the standalone. When you're on your iPhone, or your mobile phone, You can use your select text tool to copy and to cut and paste like this, and that's how you do it on your phone. And I find this really useful. So I like these. Now you'll notice here I left. We got a space right here. See this? I got a space, and the reason I left that is I want to show you that this, like I said, it skips the empty blocks. And also, if you have a trailing space like this at the beginning, or a trailing space at the end, it will ignore those as well, or at least it should. If I've done the server-side programming right, which I know I have, this front end right here, what you're seeing here, this is pretty much entirely developed by ChatGPT. Here we'll hit the post tweets, and we'll go through an example here. I'll copy and paste these. So here I've got these tweets, copy and paste. And as you're reading some of these, if you're reading as we go along, you're noticing that some of these, I say they're self-contained, but some of these don't make complete sense on their own, and you're usually not going to be perfect. Okay, but you can make things as neat, as organized, and as pretty and as high value as possible. Okay, and so I'm not going to just sit there and copy and paste. You see how this works. I'll paste one more. Go back here. You just see we just start a string of tweets like this, and we have the individual numbers, and it's a really nice feature as to how this does. It does the counting for you. That you don't have to know in advance how many blocks you're going to have. Now, just a few more things to talk about here. As you may have guessed, this with 2 extra blocks, this is the exact same as the 1 extra block, except it has 2 extra blocks in between the individual tweets. And so we'll just look at this real quick. I'm just going to copy and grab a bit of text here. And the purpose of having the ones with the extra blocks is just to make it maximally easy to cut and paste text, to organize your tweets the way that you want them. I think that for most people, if you're copying and pasting especially, this 1 extra block is going to be good enough. I don't see why anybody would ever need more than 3 extra blocks. Probably in most cases, most people, 2 extra is going to be even 2 extra is going to be too much. Now, if you're typing from scratch, without, in other words, you don't have a tweet already typed up, it's possible that this standard might be the best thing for you. If it were me, okay, if and when I ever do that, normally what I do is I type my tweets first, and then I split them up with this after they're already typed. I'll just have a big block of text, and I'll split it up with this 1 extra block. But if I ever do go to just typing it straight from this interface to be copied and pasted, I would probably use the 1 extra block instead of the standard, and you can just try that out for yourself and see what it is that you think. Let's see, what else do I got to say about this. I guess that is kind of it. Come check out my website. I'm very, very ill. The more days that I can't work on it than I can, and I've got all kinds of stuff on my plate for somebody who's handicapped the way I am. But I'll be adding a lot of stuff to my website, and part of the problem I face is that I've been character assassinated behind the back for over 20 years now, and another part of this is that I'm a quirky, hard to figure out person, and so this is going to be a place where I share some of my thoughts and talk about some of my life, and kind of people can get the scoop about me, and learn about me, and I'll probably eventually have some comments sections. I want to have some videos and some blog posts and things like that. And I very much appreciate all the visitors I get, and I hope that you learn something. I got a lot of opinions, a lot to say about a lot of things, and I do the best that I can to make to be of value to others. But this is my Twitter. I'm text formatter. You see how this works. But now you should be able to just go and use it yourself. In whatever means you want to. Again, if you want to minimize your time, you can just type a big block of text, go to the standard format, and just copy and paste, and it will split them up into the fewest number possible. Or you can do like I did on the 1 extra block, or the 2 extra block, or 3 extra block, and edit your tweets. So thank you for watching, and happy posting.